Hi guys, welcome to DOdaily Wednesday workout. Hope everyone's okay. I've had a bit of an interesting day myself, but I'll come back onto that later. Just want to start off by saying well done to all the guys out doing the challenge. I set a challenge last night through the Do When Enclosed group around the clock, basically to see if somebody from the group or somebody who wanted to get involved could run every hour between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. It's just a way to sort of motivate people to get out, get some activity in. There's 15 of us. We're a big way through that now. We can see, obviously, it's past 6 o'clock, so there's only 3 or 4 to go, so that's a brilliant effort. Again, it's just a quirky idea just to keep us going. There's lots going off out there. There's lots to put us off, but whilst we can do stuff, it's fantastic just to keep putting ourselves out there, keep working as a team. That's what Wednesday's all about. It's at the same time as we'd have the Do One in Trentbridge group here in Nottingham. So it's really nice that people can get involved. Lots of people doing different things, walking, running, cycling. I think somebody mentioned swimming and somebody else is doing a home workout. So that's fantastic. Keep posting the pictures, guys. Keep inspiring. If you're not involved in the challenge, still get out there, still tag in Wednesday workout. We can still share them. It's just about sort of using what's going on around us. Whilst we're all enjoying that, I got out for a walk at lunchtime around Wallington Park, a nice place in Nottingham as well. So really, really was with a few friends too who joined me. So that was really nice. Really enjoyed that. So weather's good. So why not get out there? Still plenty of time. Excellent effort yesterday with the solidarity session. Again, another enjoyable one. I really, really loved my run. Got out with Kay. Went somewhere familiar. Went to one of the regular routes we do in the City Slickers group. Really, really enjoyed it. Pushed on a little bit, testing myself. It's always nice to do that. I always say it's not about how fast or how far you go, but it's nice if you've got little aims and little goals to work on those. Whilst there's no races and things coming up, things that frustrate us a little bit, it's really important to sort of just work off those little things. I talk about this all the time, working off little sort of targets and aims, and mine is just to sort of chip away at the moment, just chip away with my 5Ks, whilst I'm used to running a lot longer and doing a lot bigger distances with nothing planned in. It's nice to sort of just chip away. I'm using the not a park run thing as well. Keep mentioning that, of course, talking to Helen. Helen's another one who, like myself, just encouraged to do different things. Normally on a Wednesday, what I do is I try and offer tips around certain things. In the past, I've done how to run quicker 5Ks, how to train for half marathons and such things. But I'm not going to do that today because there was two reasons really. I was a bit pressed for time, but also because I mentioned I had an interesting day. I went to work this morning and got a result from an antibody test I did. So I thought it'd be interesting to share because I don't quite know what to make of it. I actually tested positive for coronavirus, COVID-19. Whilst I've not got it now, I've got the antibodies, which obviously the test proves. And I just thought that was important to mention today. Whilst I wasn't quite sure whether to mention it, I thought it was quite important as well because it's just a reminder, really. It's just a reminder of what's actually happening out there and the importance of taking the measures we need to take to sort of look after ourselves, to keep doing the things we do, and keep including things like activity. I was ill sort of towards the end of March, and I didn't put it down to that. I get tonsillitis quite often, and that's what I put it down to. But what I found, whilst not having sort of symptoms and being asymptomatic, you just kind of assume that these things aren't happening. Whilst I do believe that there's a major problem out there, I have been one to say I don't really know anybody who's had it. And obviously it's proved today that I've had it in the past, and that means Kay's had it and possibly 1 or 2 people around us. But my point is just whilst I feel like I've not had symptoms, I'm just starting to wonder now, is that because of getting out, being active? The news this week is that the recommendations to lose a few extra pounds, to look after yourselves a bit more. And it seems to, looking at some figures that work within the NHS, it seems to be people who, men in particular, of a certain age, a little bit older than me, but and people who are classed as obese. So it's just important to sort of remind myself of that. I'm working on several things without knowing that I was already working on things. But I think it's important to sort of remember what we need to do. Of course, I'm still doing all the things, washing my hands, keeping my distance. When I go out for activity, I try and keep it in minimal groups. People keep asking me when the running club's back and things like that, and I keep sort of playing that down. I am looking at sort of ways to reintroduce that and taking some steps to sort of build that back up. But I just thought it was really key to mention, because it's kind of invisible, isn't it? And people are getting frustrated with the situation. But I think by hearing that, by seeing that today, getting the result and telling the people around me, everyone said that, wow, that's become quite real. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? Well, once we start believing in it a bit more, we're going to start taking the appropriate measures, and that's really important. But what I will say on that, by taking measures, it doesn't mean completely locking yourself up. Of course, all the way through this, I've been encouraging activity. The work I do with Get Out, Get Active Nottingham and the Stay Safe, Stay Active campaign is basically encouraging people to stay healthy, fit. Even before yesterday's recommendations, it's about getting out there, doing what you can, but keeping your distance. And if you keep your distance, you'll be absolutely fine. Others are doing things that we don't sort of care for. But what it proves, I guess, is even by doing all the things, the time I think I might have got it, I was taking all the measures that I could. I wasn't going out to work. Kay had stopped working. It was in the height of, at the start of lockdown. So it's not going to stop anything, but it's not the end of the world either. Of course, for some people, it's going to affect them massively and it's going to sort of change their life. But for quite a lot of us as well, if we do what we need to do, if we keep being healthy, keep being active, keep washing our hands, keep keeping our distance, keep positive, keep thinking of the things we can do rather than the things we can't do, then we can avoid it as best we can. And if we do get it, we're going to be in the best position to deal with it. And I just thought it was worth mentioning today. Try not to be negative. Try and talk about all the positive stuff that's going on. There's lots going on that you can get involved in. And as everything starts opening up again, we hope, and the seriousness of the issue and the numbers start falling. Of course, we're all looking forward to that. But it's just a gentle reminder to remember there's something out there. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nobody else I know sort of test positive for it. But I'd just like to think right now that by doing the things I've done, I've probably missed 2 or 3 days during the whole of lockdown where I've done no exercise. Even when I was ill back in March, I still went out for a walk. I still did exactly what I could. So I think it's just really important to sort of just take that on board, just take on the advice that's coming. That it is, whilst we don't always agree with everything or certain people, and I'm guilty of that, it's important. These people have got top scientists and top people on it, advising. So it's really important for us to just keep following the guidance, just keep doing what we do, keep doing these activities. Of course, what we're doing today, nobody's come into direct contact. It's not a big group activity. It's in solidarity, but it's important to keep doing these things. If you're worried about the situation, I can assure you these challenges, the solidarity session yesterday, the Saturday selfie, they do a great job of picking people up. Pick me up, no end. We really look forward to our Tuesday night run in particular. So that's the thing. It's just about keeping that positivity, but just staying alert, I guess. Might have mocked that myself in the past, but it's the key message, isn't it? Just stay alert, guys. keep doing what you do. Looking forward to seeing the end of the challenge and all the pictures. Of course, tomorrow is Thursday Thoughts. Looking forward to getting some of your questions, and answering those. Anything about this as well now, it adds a slightly different dynamic to things. I'm trying not to think about it too much, because one of the things I'm doing with it, in all honesty, is asking myself questions I can't answer. And one of the things that I try and put across through DOdaily is I can't control that anymore. It's been gone. It's not affecting me in the way it's affected lots of people. So I'm lucky, and hopefully that sort of builds up my immunity to it. So it's just a case of me keep doing what I do, and I think that's the same for all of us. Lots of people are a little bit stressed out again. The situation's been going on too long, and I've had to sort of encourage one or two people, or talk to one or two people, or be kind of firm with one or two people. But that's just a reminder that everybody's still human. We've still got to treat each other in the same way, look after each other in the same way, and keep going. And that's what I'm trying to do through DOdaily. That's what all the activities about, and the perseverance in trying to encourage people to stay active and stay healthy. If there was ever a day to remind that, for me, that's today. So take care, guys. Like I say, looking forward to getting your questions. I'll be live again tomorrow. Of course, I'm live again now. Been a bit busy, and I've had to rush about a little bit this afternoon. So for now, take care, stay alert, and do all the things you need to do to stay positive. Just doing it.